Chance? Anything from your side about what you've learned?
Yeah.
Because you've clearly stood out.
So I've always had this mindset of think big, think global, be impactful where you are in your present space.
Yeah.
So in my first season, I live my life in seasons. So in my first season...
You're a farmer. Of course you live your life in seasons.
First 20 years of my life, I had this interview at Deloitte. I didn't know anything. And I met this big partner. Everyone fears him till today. And he asked me, where will you be in 5 years? What do you mean? So I looked around his office and where we're sitting. I said, I want to be in this office wearing your title. And the guy says to me, slow down. You have not worked one job in your life. Slow down. And I said, yeah, I'll be a partner where you are and I'll do it in the quickest possible time. It was not based on BE or anything like that. It was just my drive to get through this thing as quickly as possible. I was impatient with myself. And yes, I may have lost a little bit of play time there and there. But today, I can play as much as I like. So I bought the future. And today, I'm comfortable with the decisions that I've made. Because my ambition, I didn't have an answer for him where I'll be in 5 years. I couldn't make up. But I looked at him and I said, whatever it is that you do, I'll do better. The second season really was between 20 and 40. I told you it's 20 years. This was probably the toughest season. Learning to budget between your needs, looking good as an accountant, black tax, career, and sometimes as CAs, you think all you can do is in that 7 years. Yeah. You don't think beyond that 7 years. Well, I said, where would I want to be? I want to be this at 30. I want to finish this. I wanted to retire at 45. So I pushed myself again. And when this opportunity came about the top 35, it found me ready. It found me having prepped myself in that first interview. I was also a little bit of a unionist in the trainee days. So I would fight for black trainees. I would, they paid us very measly salaries. So we got them to present value the future salary. You know what you get in third year when you've made it and you've passed your board exam? We said present value that and give it today. We fought for travel claims. When you are black and you're using taxi, you're not entitled to a travel claim. We said, nonsense, that doesn't work. When Investec, KPMG, people wrote articles about treatment of black trainees, I was the one writing that document in my own firm. And I said, this shall not happen. So I pushed for many things. In fact, when I finished, some of the partners who said, we don't have rubber on the road or you don't have enough experience, but you want to do everything, you are everywhere. I said, yes, because I'm preparing myself for the future that I want. Will you become a manager here or a partner here? I said, no, well, I can do it, but then I've got other interests. Can my interests be absorbed? No, you must focus.
Slow down.
I couldn't focus. I couldn't. I wanted to solve public sector problems. I wanted to be part of that list of people who will solve the audit issues of the country. And I pushed and got to a point where now it looks like I'm a young CEO. I'm not. The breadth of my experience will shock you. And you get there, you become... So I start a little bit, get to act in a position and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm leading big people, old people who look at you and say, but what can you tell us? And you get out of there, they say, we're looking for a farmer who's going to run the Joburg market. They look everywhere and I didn't even raise my hand. I let the interviews go because I didn't believe I wanted to go into that space. I wanted to change governance, and then I realized, no, man, I'm actually interested in land. I love animals and I love produce. Let me go to this interview, and I get there all the difficult questions being asked, and I get chosen. Young CEO of the Joburg market, the biggest in the continent of its kind. It's a drive. Preparation met opportunity, and I was ready. And when Top 35 came, I did say it was pressure. It was my pressure. I pushed myself to a point where I believe. So in that 20 to 40 space, which have just come out, I'm now,
Season 2.
I call it the spring, the first 20. I call it the summer, the next 20. Right. And this is all influence of people I meet who deposit their views about how they live their lives.
Yeah.
And I've now entered the autumn. You can calculate. It works in 20s. But in that summer, I have captured so much experience. I've got the benefit of youth. I've got the benefit of the energy. And I've got the benefit of having pushed myself beyond what I could take at some point. I became the CEO of the Land Bank of South Africa. That's big. That's amazing. I walk in there. There are people looking at me. You're not a banker. You're a farmer. What can you tell us? And I told them, there's a mandate of this bank. And I'm going to push that mandate. It's in the act. Go read it there. It didn't say they want it. You must be a banker. But I knew what farmers needed. I knew what strategies to implement. And I went for it. And again, if you're going to do top 40, or okay, I'm out of top 40. But if there was a top 45, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Top 50 CAs under 50.
There we go. But guess what? In this autumn, I've seen 3 or 4 CEO titles. I've picked up so much, and now I'm in the giving back and also learning new things at this age.
Yeah.
So again, it's not because I'm saying to you it's easy, you can become. It's not easy. You need to push. You need to drag. At Deloitte, we used to talk about you must be pushed so that you can be pulled.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Not because you are black, or you must push so that when you get pulled, even in that space, you become the best there is because you've pushed yourself. You don't rely on the process. You don't rely on the system.
Yeah.
If they say they want an entertainment officer, you go in. Even if you're not funny, but you will hire people who are funny to make you look good. So those are the things we do.
Yeah.
Today, like you say, I've helped a sheep and a cow give birth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the mundane. Ask me anything. I'll tell you. If I don't know it, I'll find someone who knows. And that's why I'm able to do what I do.
Gotcha.